2, 1.
Ready.
Just relax and enjoy the ride.
In crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, 815.
So I gotta say, Tom, of all the eras that we could be born into, I'm really glad that I'm in the one that has toilet paper. I'm Greg. He's Tom. This is your In Crowd 815 podcast for the 10th day of January 2026, the latest it has ever been
in the history of mankind.
That's right.
Yeah, I guess I have to concur with that. But we are also in a great era. It is the Taylor Swift era. Taylor Swift Eras Tour.
The eras. It's all about the eras right now.
It is.
I'm in my podcast era. Yes, they're 5 years, so 6 years now of doing this, going on 6 years.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. We're at 301 shows now.
Never would have thought. Welcome to episode 301, everybody.
Well, here's the deal. When I went back to the radio station in 2007, that was my second go around at what was now called Town Square. Actually, no, I take that back. It was Cumulus, and then it became Connoisseur, and then Town Square. But anyway, it's now Town Square, but back then it was Cumulus. But nonetheless, when I came back, I never would have thought that every single Saturday morning from that point on, because almost instantly I took over Saturday mornings. I came back as a remote tech, and I worked a little bit of DJing here and there. I did some board hopping on ZOK for remotes or whatever, but mostly I was doing remote teching for about a month or two. And then they realized that, hey, you know what? This guy could probably take over Saturdays, because I don't know if you remember Turtle. Brad, his name was Brad Tuttle. But anyway, they called him Turtle. He was doing Saturday mornings, and he was doing Sunday mornings. So they asked me if I wanted to take over Saturdays and then eventually Sundays about 3 or 4 months later.
Yeah.
Because Brad was more than happy to get out of doing that, because he was essentially working 7 days a week. Oh. He was the go-to guy at the station. But anyway.
Mr. Fill in for everybody.
Mr. Fill in for everybody. And then he was producing shows in the morning. And then I started doing morning shows, producing shows and all of that. And then the rest is history. So from 2007 to now, which is 20 years, 19 years. Is that right?
I'll give you 18 plus, right?
Well, yeah, 18 and a half years.
There you go.
So yeah. Whatever. It doesn't matter. This is what I've been doing for Saturday mornings. So
it's quite the run. I'm just blessed that you continue to choose to do this with me every week, because you don't have to do this. We're not getting paid to do this.
You're my brother. You're not figuratively, not literally, but figuratively. I love you to death, buddy. I have such a good, strong friendship with you. I will go wherever you go. Whatever. I mean, if we were to go back to terrestrial radio, I'd be there. I thoroughly enjoy your friendship, and I enjoy what we do here, because this is fun for me. I don't make a dime off it. You don't either, but we have fun doing it. We get to do our karaoke trivia contest.
And we're more than halfway to our goal, 197 registered not-for-profits in the 815 area. And today is supposed to be number 104. I'm still hoping this is going to come together, because as of right now, the guest we have scheduled is not checking in. I don't know if there's technical difficulties or what's going on, but today was hopefully to be the 104th not-for-profit that we've had on the podcast. 104th unique, different guest representing another not-for-profit here in the 815 area. So either way, we're going to talk about them and tell you what they do. I'm hoping Brad Steele from Rooftop Angels will be joining us here before the hour is up. We're also scheduled to talk with the owner of Lucha Cantina, Josh Binding. He's hosting the January In Crowd 815 networking group event. So January 29th, the last Thursday of the month. we'll be up at his place at Lucha Cantina. They're off of Alpine and in Edgebrook, and it's if you've never been there, you need to check it out. They've got some great.
I've been there one time. It is wonderful.
So
it's all I remember is it was wonderful. I couldn't tell you anything about the food. I know that when I left, I'm like, oh my God, that was awesome. I don't remember what I ordered. This was a few years back. I went there with my daughter and her husband, and so it was just a good time. It was good food, good fun. Upstairs at Edgebrook. It was quite nice.
They've got a nice.
You know what else?
You
know what else today is?
What else is today?
Bears Packers.
Bears
Playoff
Packers.
game.
We got to talk
There
some
you go.
Bears Packers today.
There you go.
So
Right there.
we will be doing that. Right now, though, let's take care of a little bit of business. What? Our big number of the week, current race to 10, has Tom in the lead by a score of touchdown to field goal and safety.
Safety. There we are. Now I am in full Big Bird attire.
He's sporting the yellow out for the.
Hi, boys and girls. Did I tell you about my illegitimate son, Woodstock? See there, I started the rumor now, haven't I?
Big
Woodstock
Bird.
is Big
related.
Bird's illegitimate son.
Just look at them. They're related.
Yes.
4,000 is our big number of the week this week. The answer: furry or furnace. Furry or furnace, not feathers. There's no feathers involved with either one of these questions. Let me just double check before I say that. Nope, no feathers involved with either one of these. But
Okay.
Okay. I will say one of these two things I did stretch a little bit. No, I didn't. It's okay. There's the word. I was trying to think, where did that word come from in the article? There it is. I see it. It is the actual word. So furry or furnace. Put your guess in the comments. We'd love to set you up with a t-shirt or a gift card if we draw your name as a winner and you got this thing right this week. Yeah. So as I mentioned, we're hoping that our guests will be logging in before the end of the hour. Brad Steele, the founder of Rooftop Angels, scheduled to be with us today, and then the owner of Lucha Cantina, Josh Binding, who will be hosting our In-Crowd 815 networking group event for January, the last Thursday of every month, which we've talked about a lot here on the show. Every last Thursday of the month from January through October, In-Crowd 815 schedules a free-form networking event at another location, a different location every month. And our locations for this year are all set except for one. And I think I can, let's share the page. Why don't we? If you go to incrowd815.com, check it out. We're on the web right there. And let me see, can I flip this screen? Let's see if it'll let me flip the screen. What if I do this? Does this look good? And it blocks my face there. We'll play with screens here just for a second, because it's just the two of us here chilling out, hanging out.
Just the two of us.
Yeah, let me just drop this logo right here. So incrowd815.com. This is a good thing to throw up into the comments section so that you can link directly to it. If you're watching us on Rumble, Facebook, or YouTube, there should be a link popping up on the comments section that takes you right to this page, the incrowd815.com events page. And there you see Lucha Cantina, January 29th. In February, we're scheduled to be right across the street from Lucha at the PC Tech to You. Our good buddy Robert Lockwood and his PC store. It's a great PC store. They do great work.
Highly recommend it.
Highly recommend. Gemini Solar is hosting us in March at the Excel Center, which is in the YMCA at the Rock River Valley on Y Boulevard. And then Rockford Robotics, we had them on the show last week to kick off the new year. Domo Oregato, Rockford Roboto.
Thank you very much, Mr. Roboto.
Check out the World of Robotics competition. We're going to do that in April at their build location, and we'll talk about that as we get closer. So lots of stuff coming up And what's not on this list, but should be, so I'll go to our Eventbrite page. Coming up March 19th, it's the next In Crowd 815 Medicare 411 Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest. We are so excited about this event. Okay, this didn't work the way I thought it should, so I got to go back here and share this tab instead. There we go. There we go. There's our whole lineup, January through the end of April, for In Crowd 815 and Rockford Link lunch events. Yeah. So plan now to join us on March 19th at Tabala Event Center for our next Masked Karaoke Trivia Contest. This one is a big one. We have a $7,000 grand prize thanks to our friends at Medicare 411. We're just a little bit excited about that. Tracey Fults and her team over at Medicare 411 have been such awesome supporters of what we do here at In Crowd 815. And we are so excited to be launching version 4.0 of the Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest. We have some new celebrity judges joining us for this one. We'll tell you who they are coming up soon too as well. So we're going to be teasing this one for the next couple of months before we get to the big March 19th contest. Obviously, Tom, our trivia master, I'm assuming your favorite part of the contest is the trivia portion itself.
I like the snacks. All the food, all of that. That's my favorite part. Yeah, trivia comes in second.
we do a good job of providing snacks, don't we? We got a lot of great snacks.
Absolutely. Dude, Christy came up to me last time. She goes, you know what? Grab whatever you want. I'm like, seriously?
Yeah.
So I grabbed a couple of bags of chips and I grabbed like about 12 candy bars and some Oreos and whatever the Nabisco, the peanut butter. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I still have some one of these in my
popcorners. Yeah, you brought those over to Ron's house for a football game.
And some Welch's mixed fruit snacks.
Love those. I grabbed a bunch. I said, "Are you sure?" She goes, "Yes." Oh, there you go. The M&Ms. I got the plain and the peanut, and I still
Nature Valley Crunch bars. I got all this stuff here.
I know.
I'm still munching on all these things, and of course, Tom and my favorite. The one.
Well, they're your favorite. They're not quite my favorite.
They're tied with Twix in my book.
They're good. Twix are really good. Okay, so my favorite candy bar. The weirdest thing. My favorite candy bar around Halloween time is Baby Ruth. For some reason, I always go buy a big bag of the snack size, fun size, whatever, Baby Ruth bars. I always buy some of them around Halloween, but I will buy them at any other time. I love 100 grand bars. But my favorite candy bar is probably still Milky Way.
Milky Way.
Milky Way.
Love a good Milky Way. Yep. If I'm totally being honest, I'd have to say I think I like Twix just a slight bit more than Kit Kats.
Oh, really? Good to know.
Yes, it's
good to know. Okay, no, I'm going to amend what I just said.
Only slightly.
Only slightly. My favorite candy bar of all, Hershey's with almonds. That is it.
Hershey's with almonds. There's the
Hershey's with almonds.
Hershey's with almonds.
Oh my God, I love Hershey's with almonds.
Can't go wrong with that. With that.
Nope.
I want to give some shout outs this week to our presenter yesterday at our Rockford Linked lunch. For those, as I was talking earlier about our events coming up here in the next few months, one of the events that we host is the second Friday of every month, another freeform networking event where buying a lunch is optional. We're at the Machine Shed every second Friday from 11:30 to 1. And really the meeting itself is from noon to 1, but that 11:30 to noon time as people gather is a nice freeform networking opportunity to meet some new people, some friendly, kind go-getters, professionals here in the Rockford area. And this month we had the owner of Barnstormer Distillery come and talk to our group. And Addie Ford and her husband Tim have done some amazing things up at Barnstormer. We talked about them a little bit here in the past. And we actually had them on the show back in COVID, probably episode number like 7 or 8 back in 2020,
Mhm.
when they switched over to making hand sanitizer.
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. So that was a big deal. And she told the story at the Rockford Link lunch yesterday of the fact that the state notified them after they made, hand sanitizer for a month or two. They said, you know what, your hand sanitizer is excellent. Thank you for making it, but you need to naturalize it because the inmates are drinking it. It was like, ooh,
Wow.
it was like high alcohol hooch. And so they I
Oh,
don't they had to do something to not make it taste good because it tasted really good. They were
how
getting
can hand sanitizer taste good? You could pour 4 pounds of sugar in it, and I don't think it's gonna make it taste good.
well, they were distilling spirits, obviously up there at Barnstormer Distillery. They make
Mhm.
bourbon or whiskey, if you will, whatever you want to call it. Um, but they were getting expired beer from a lot of the beer distributors to put into their vats to distill to make the hand sanitizer.
Okay.
And for some reason, the different types of beers that they were putting together, she said one of the batches came out smelling and tasting like Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was really good. And other batches tasted like other things that were just sweet. So they had already made tons of batches and they were putting them in these little tiny bottles. It wasn't like it wasn't like there were big, huge bottles of hand sanitizer. Some of them were kind of big, but there were a lot of smaller ones. So they obviously couldn't go back and change what they already made.
Yeah.
But they were just kind of a little more careful where that was distributed. So it wasn't going to places where it might get drunk.
Oh,
And
that
people
is
get drunk.
just hilarious.
But my introduction of her yesterday, I had AI help me with this. So if I don't have any AI questions this week, which I might still do this, but I asked AI to write up an intro for Addie Ford of Barnstormer Distillery. And I told the AI platform that I used, which is Gemini, I told him my wife and I have been friends with this presenter for quite many years. So include that somehow. So here's what it came up with, and it was like it nailed it. It was spot on. Sometimes AI nails it almost 100%. This is about 99% awesome, accurate. And it said to introduce her this way. It said it's a true honor to introduce our guest today. Not only as a local business leader, but as someone my wife Christy and I have been fortunate enough to call a close friend for many years. Addie Ford is a woman who has truly redefined the spirit of Rockford. How about that for a little AI pun right there?
I like that. I like that.
After years of traveling the globe as an airline industry consultant, Addie returned to her hometown with a bold vision to open Rockford's first legal distillery since Prohibition. Along with
Wow.
her husband, Tim, they transformed a 22-acre farm into what we now know as Barnstormer Distillery. And Addie is not just an owner. She's a 2018 Spirit of Entrepreneurship Award winner and the creative force behind their incredible Hangar Tasting Room. She has a gift for turning vision into reality and treats every guest like family. Please join me in welcoming the co-founder and heart of Barnstormer Distillery and our dear friend, Addie Ford. And she stood up and she goes, I don't even need to talk now. You said everything. So goodbye. I'm done. She was excellent. So she told us the backstory of how they started Barnstormer Distillery and the work that it took to put into doing it, the licensing stuff that they had to take care of, because they spent years setting up basically airlines. They formed cargo airlines to ship cargo around the world. And in order to do that, that usually takes 2 years to get through all the FAA regulations. And her husband, Tim, got so good at it, he was able to do it in just over a year, like about 13 months was his MO. He was able to get it done in 12 to 13 months. So they lived in Finland for a few years. They lived overseas for a few years. They were shipping cargo all over. She said one of the things she told us that you probably know as a trivia person, but I didn't know until yesterday. Where do you suppose most of the tulips come from that are found in Europe?
Denmark?
Denmark, Holland. I said Holland, right? She goes, Africa.
Oh,
They're
wow.
almost all shipped in from Africa. So if you buy a tulip at a flower shop in Europe, you are most likely buying a tulip that was grown and flown in from Africa. And they ran the cargo planes that did a lot of that stuff. And then they came back to the States and did some stuff in Florida. And then when they were choosing to retire, Tim was like, we can move anywhere you want to. Actually, the story is when they chose to retire, we can move anywhere we want to. That's when they took this opportunity in Florida. And that was the one state Tim did not want to live. He's like, we can live anywhere in the world, but not Florida. Well, then this opportunity came up in Florida. So they were down in the South Florida for, I think she said 2 years, year and a half to 2 years, running a cargo operation down there. And then she said, let's go home. So they came back to Rockford. They already had a house here. They bought the 22 acres off of Route 2 and started doing what they were doing up there, which started as a distiller, one distill, what do you call the distillery machine? I forgot what you call that thing. One distillation device in a 2-car garage.
Yeah. Okay.
And now they have 3 and they've got all this stuff going on. So,
and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you do it. It's an amazing place. It's
and
just you drive up there into the long, long driveway. You go up and go, whoa! I never thought this. You could do your wedding there. You can have your parties there. You could do so many different things there.
They have a grove of evergreen trees off to the west of their hangar that they built, which is basically a bar. It's not. It is a hangar. It's designed as a hangar. If they cleared out all the bar stuff inside, it could store a plane, but they use it as a bar, and they got tables and restrooms and all the stuff. And so if it's really, really hot, they got AC. If it's really, really cold, they got a furnace, they can keep it warm. But their goal is to have the hangar door open as much as possible. So when the weather's decent, it's open and you can hang out there and watch the planes fly over to RFD and sample some spirits and great food. So kudos to Addie and her husband Tim and all that they're doing up at Barnstormer, and thanks to her for presenting to Rockford Link Lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Tom's camera, making sure you see his awesome package sweatshirt.
I'm a little bit taller now. I just grew. What's that?
Did you get a new chair?
No.
All right.
No, this chair. In fact, I was looking at it. My dad, when he was alive, obviously, about 12 years ago, I came home. He goes, hey, look what I bought for you at a garage sale. And I'm looking at it going, wow, that's a nice chair. It's just a regular old chair. It's an office chair. But this thing must have been built by the Sherman Tank Company. Because this thing, I've had it now for, I want to say 12 years. My dad's been gone for 8 years now. And this is the best chair I think I've ever had. Oh my God. I love this chair. This is my chair.
Good.
Anyway, and it's adjustable and all that, but
we've got one like that that's solid, but it's not very comfortable. One of those solid green, like a green leather seat and chair. It looks good.
Well, okay, so you get some of those nice padded chairs like what we used to have at the radio station. This one here, I can lean back and literally lean back and stay back like this with no fear of breaking anything. If this thing hasn't broke by now, then it's never going to break. This thing is an amazing chair. So thank you, Dad.
All right. Well, it's already after 8:20, so I don't know that we're going to hear back from our guest. I do want to talk about Rooftop Angels and count this as our 104th not-for-profit that we're talking about on the Crowd 815 podcast. So let me put up their website on the screen and tell you about what they do. Obviously not as well as Brad can tell it because Brad's a founder, but Rooftop Angels empowers firefighters and their families across the United States through mental health awareness, assistance, and community supports. And it's called Rooftop Angels, I believe, because Brad's company is a contracting company. He does roofing. So Rooftop Angels, they want to support our first responders. Every day, firefighters run toward danger so we can live safely. At Rooftop Angels, we give back by helping them and their families heal from the invisible wounds of service. So your donation directly funds mental health programs, counseling, and wellness initiatives across the country. I definitely want to put, let me go back and forth here. If I go to the About Us tab, that's that. If I go to the Home tab, why isn't it changing? I don't know why it's not changing. We're still on, right?
We're still on.
Yeah, firefighters face physical danger, emotional strain with every call. So a lot of our emergency first responders silently battle anxiety, trauma, exhaustion after years of service. So Rooftop Angels funds counseling, stress management programs, and peer support to help them heal and find balance. And there we go. If you want to make a donation, they've got a donation page on their website there. Let me see if it'll let me just copy this. There we go. I want to put this in the chat so you can make sure. Again, good morning, Jim. Thanks for tuning in today, buddy. Rooftop Angels, the rooftopangels.com is the website. Don't forget THE at the beginning of that. So there is some volunteer opportunities, I believe, as well coming up. You can reach out to them and help support what they do. Several ways you can help make an impact: donate online, become a sponsor for local therapy sessions, retreats, and wellness events, and some volunteer opportunities as well. So if you'd like to support the cause, check out Rooftop Angels at therooftopangels.com. Get answers to all of your questions. How do donations help? Every contribution going directly toward counseling costs, wellness programs, therapy sessions, and community events that promote recovery and connection. 100% of the proceeds going to these programs and support those who serve us every day. Brad was telling me about a room that he built that's like he has on the back of a trailer, and he can take this to events. Like if you're not for profit is having a golf outing, if you're having a golf day fundraiser, he would love to partner with you and put his little building out in the fairway of one of the holes. And if someone tees off and hits the building, they win a prize. You know how you sink a hole in one and win a car sometimes? How about hitting a small house and being able to win a prize? He's got that. And they've done this a few times and had a lot of success with it. So that was one of the things I really wanted to talk about.
If you do that with a water hole, then I'm going to win every time.
Can you get into this little pond over here?
Yeah, I'll find it. You know, it's funny. It's funny. You golfed with my son, and you probably when we all did that thing at Forest Hills fundraiser for NAMI. Anyway, I don't know if you remember the story where Matthew can hit a tree if there's one small tree 100 yards away and not another tree around. He will hit the tree. He will hit it. And it's hilarious because we laugh about it every single time. And I think he might have done it as well on this day that we went golfing. I think he did.
Some of us just have that knack. We just are magnetically drawn to certain things in our lives. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You just go and swing away. So,
well, speaking of NAMI, when we're done, I want to tell you all about NAMI.
I do want to talk about NAMI. And again, thanks to Brad. I met him at a networking event in December, and it's really cool to meet him. Looking forward to having him involved in some of the stuff that we're doing here at In Crowd 815 in the future. So check out therooftopangels.com and facebook.com/therooftopangels. So yeah, NAMI's got some events coming up.
NAMI has events last Thursday of January, last Thursday of February, and last Thursday of March. It's not going to interfere with anything we're doing other than in crowd all 3 weeks, because it always is the last Thursday. Yeah, all 3 months in it. But it won't interfere with our karaoke thing.
No, not with the contest.
No, of course not. Basically what NAMI is National Alliance for Mental Illness. And it's a worthwhile group. It has helped numerous people throughout the years. I think it started. It's not that old. I don't think it's more than 25 years old, but it might be a little older than that. I think it might have started in the 90s. Nonetheless, I'm not here to talk about NAMI because I don't know enough about it. All I am is the trivia guy, although I do study up on it before I do my event so I can announce on it and read the sheet of paper and all that. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm just simply here to say that's what I'm going to be doing. But if you are a nonprofit and you want to join, contact NAMI. Talk to Danielle Angelari, and she will get you fixed up. It is a fun event. And I'm not going to give you a price because I don't know, but I think it's about $150 per table, which is a steal of a deal because you have an incredible opportunity to just have a lot of fun. But also there are prizes. There are door prizes,
That's a prize.
giveaways. There's raffle prizes. There's a 50-50. I think there's a 50-50, right? I may be getting my trivia events mixed up. But anyway, I'm pretty sure there is. I know there is. And so it's a lot of fun. So contact NAMI, NAMI. Danielle Angelari is the director of it. She's my contact and a very good friend of this program and a good friend of mine. And she's just a wonderful person. She puts a smile on everybody's face because she lights up a room with a smile. And I know that term gets thrown around, but I tell you what, you talk to Danielle for 5 minutes and you'll see exactly what I mean. Just a super individual. Takes place at Park Lanes, by the way.
Park Lanes, Loves Park, yeah.
Yep, January 29th, February, whatever the last Thursday is, and March, whatever the last Thursday is. So
awesome. Yeah, they've done a great event with that. And if you are available, one of those last Thursday of the month, January, February, March at Park Lanes, put together a team, have some fun with that.
Yeah,
that'd be a great time, win or lose. I think you had what, 20 teams at one event? There was.
I don't know I don't think we went quite that high. Because Park Lanes, there's a cap there. There's a cap. I think we might have had 13 teams. I think that's what it was because I'm always prepared for 12, but I prepare for 14. But I assume 12, and I'm pretty sure we had 13.
Here is the Facebook event page for their Chase Away the Winter Blues trivia series right there. So January 29th, February 26th, and March 26th. And I'm going to copy that link and throw that up here in the chat as well. It'd be a fun event to go to. And these are from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Park Lanes does have food.
Oh, yes. And they have remarkably good food, by the way. They have a limited menu for that. You know, you get to wrap and burgers and a few other things. You're not going to be able to go in and order the lobster tail and
good
shrimp
fries, and I think they got fried mushrooms.
I believe they do. Yeah, it's a limited menu, but it's really good. And it's for purposes of serving quickly, getting everybody fed. It's a lot of fun, whole lot of fun. Chase Away the Winter Blues. I don't know what our February theme will be, but our spring theme, I haven't talked this over with Danielle, but she'll be fine with it, is Spring into Action. And I'm going to make my trivia quiz having to do with being active in non-for-profits.
So all of the questions at the March 26th event will be questions that you used at the Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest. No.
Can't do that because there will be some crossover. I wish I could. But no, I won't be able to.
Well, they do a great job, and this is what, like the third year that they've been doing this.
I believe so. Yeah, it is. It is the third year.
It has been,
and it's worked out well. And Danielle and I were talking, and she made a really good point. She said, rather than because the first year was just one event, and it was a killer event. And you're right. We may have had more than 13. We may have had.
There's a lot of teams.
I don't think there were 20 though.
It might have been 15.
Because I'm the one that's in charge of tablecloths and everything, and table settings. I always put the candy out and everything. I don't think we had. I know we didn't have 20. The place won't hold 20, but I think maybe, what'd you say, 15?
Well, I know that one year in Crowd 815, our group itself had 3 teams.
Yeah, yeah,
We had
yeah,
3
yeah, yeah. I
teams
remember that.
participating, and we had a great
Yeah.
time. We had a
It
lot of
is
fun.
interesting. I will go back and check. You may be right. I thought it was 13. But nonetheless, I will go back and check. I have the ability to do that. I have emails and I have pictures
There
of
were
all of
teams
my.
of 4 and 5 and 6 people. I
Yeah,
don't know that anyone
yeah.
had a team bigger than 6 people for that event.
So what Danielle said, and it made perfect sense. She said we could do one event per year, or we can do 3 events in succession and have. It wasn't so much her thought wasn't like and raise more money. It was about getting more people involved. We
Right.
can get more people involved that way. That way, if you can go to one or two or all three, great. But if you can only make one, then someone else goes to the next one that they couldn't make the first one, or something like that. So instead of serving 13 to 14 teams, you can literally serve 10, 20, 30 teams. Because I think the last time we did it, we had 10 or 11 teams. The time before, we had, um, I'm talking about the months, like the January, the February, and
Mhm.
the March. And then the one before, the next one, the February one, what it was right around the same, like 10 or 11 teams. And then it fell off slightly in the March one. It was 9 teams, I think, 9 or 10. But I think we had 12 and 10 and 10 or something like that. So essentially, we had 30 plus teams, 31, 32 teams. So, it works out better for in the long run. Plus, it's just fun. It's just fun
It
to
is fun.
gather,
It
and it's 3 times in 3 months. And by January, I mean by March, everybody's like, okay, we've done it. Please no April. We'll wait till next year. And now I am just excited to do this again in
Yeah.
January. I love doing it.
Chase
Such a
away
good
the winter
crowd.
blues, hang out with some friends, park lanes.
Yeah, we got to come up spring into action for the spring one because spring will have just started, and then for the Friday or for the February one, I can't talk all of a sudden today. I don't know why. Yeah, that's good. I'm a co-host of a podcast and I can't talk. I need more. I need more coffee.
Get some.
Anyway, and there's nobody here to get it for me. Everybody's gone. But anyway, February we got to have. We did Groundhog Day. Uh, Leap into the new year or something like that. We did that a couple of years ago. That was the very first one we did. It was Groundhog Day. I mean, it wasn't Groundhog Day. It was Leap Year Day, February
Oh, yeah, the
29th.
frog,
Remember that?
all the frogs.
I had all the frogs all over the place. Yeah.
That was fun.
Leap into the new year.
People got a kick out of that. So check it out. Support NAMI, um, and get a little team together. Should be a lot of fun. All right, you can stop sharing that screen. And because it's just you and I today, Tom, do you want to do any trivia? Did you have some trivia that you wanted to do today? And
Yeah.
do you want to challenge me individually?
I'm going to check. Well,
Because
I have to. Got no choice unless
I,
you've got a
I have
mouse in your pocket.
I have no help but Veda, and she's even left me right now. So no Veda at the moment. And
Well, Snoopy and I are prepared. We're ready to go. There we are. You going to play the theme?
uh I was just peeking to see. I think my wife's in the tub, so I don't want to bother her. let's see. Let's play it in this order this time. Let's try this.
It's time for Tom's Trivia Challenge on the In Crowd 815 podcast. Good luck.
Thank you, Snoop.
I'm pretty sure this is the same one that was in the car, isn't it?
That's the same one. That's the same one.
You know me. I love my Snoopy and my Charlie Brown stuff and all of that. And here we go with this little guy right here. Oh, he's not gonna work. But anyway, this is dancing Snoopy here. So
Dancing
not paying
Snoopy.
attention. Yeah.
Batteries not included.
Well, the batteries are in there, I think. No, maybe not. Nope, batteries are out of that one. I have the other one in the other room. We still haven't torn down all of our Christmas stuff. So
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, I have this little guy here. Oh, he's not Snoopy, but he's a Christmas bear. So,
Christmas. Welcome, Christmas bear.
yeah, welcome,
Happy,
Christmas
happy
bear.
post-holiday.
We're still kind of Christmassy around here. So, anyway. All right, Snoop, what do you think? Are you ready? Yes, I am. All right. All right. How many 63-year-old guys do you know that have a collection of stuffed animals?
Not a clue.
Fortunately, I don't care what anybody thinks.
And you shouldn't.
I don't. I wear shorts in the middle of winter. You know how many people I have come up to me and say, "Aren't you cold?"
Aren't you cold? Not a
And
lot
all
of
I want to say to them is, if I were cold, I would put on pants. The implication, and I know it's not really the implication, but it could be misconstrued as, are you that stupid that you don't even know when it's really cold and your legs are cold?
Maybe
No.
what you need to tell them is, this whole popularity thing over cold plunging now, right? I just do that on the
Yeah,
normal.
no, I'm getting ready for the polar plunge in February. That's what. Yeah, there you
That's
go.
all. That's all. No biggie.
I could probably do the polar plunge. No, I'd probably have a heart attack. That's not good. Nobody wants that. All right, you
Don't do
ready?
that.
Are you ready for some
Ready
trivia?
for some trivia.
All right.
I'm going back to the Facebook page here, and then I'm going to put my phone down. I'm not going to use my phone.
Well, you shouldn't. You don't anyway, do you?
No. I just was sharing a few more posts here as we were going through
Well,
here.
I don't care if you're sharing posts or whatever. That's cool. All right, you ready, buddy?
I'm ready.
All right. All right. Question number 1, rivers. Which country is the source of the Amazon River? In other words, where does it begin? Is it
Ooh.
Brazil or is it Peru?
Ooh. Brazil or Peru? I don't think it starts in Peru. I think it's Brazil. I'm going to go with Brazil.
Well, the funny thing is it runs through the Brazilian rainforest, but it starts in Peru.
Of course it does. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I'm not feeling confident about getting 4 questions. All right.
All right. United States. The United States of America. In the year 1900. Yeah. In the year 1900, how many U.S. states were there? 40 or 45?
In the year 1900.
Yep. 1900. In the year 1900, how many U.S. states were there?
I know we didn't add Alaska and Hawaii till the 1900s.
1959, as a matter of fact.
So what other states were not yet states before the year 1900? I can't think of too many of them. So I'm going to say 45.
45 is correct. Arizona was 48. New Mexico, I want to say, was 47. And then we had 46 was maybe Nevada. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. So I just know Arizona was 48, and I'm pretty sure that New Mexico was 47.
I'm pretty sure of that too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Game shows. Which game show aired first? Wheel of Fortune or The Price is Right?
Ooh. Wheel of Fortune or The Price. I'm going to say Price is Right. I think that was earlier than Wheel of Fortune.
The answer is right.
Oh,
ding, 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 ding.
It just feels like an older show to me for some reason. I don't know.
1972, and then Wheel of Fortune was 1975.
Wow, pretty darn close.
Yeah, it was. Very good, very good. You're well on your way, buddy.
All right.
You are well on your way to mediocrity here.
2 more. I just want 2 more.
Yeah. All right. So we all know where the North Pole is, right? It's up at the top of the earth. And it's pretty cold up there. Name the state where you would find a town called North Pole.
So I believe there is a North Pole. It's either Indiana or Minnesota. For some reason, I want to say it's Indiana.
There's a Santa Claus, Indiana.
Santa Claus, Indiana. So that must be Minnesota then. North Pole, Minnesota.
It is, in fact, Alaska.
There. Okay.
All
right. 2 up and 2 down.
2 up and 2 down. Yeah, but like I said, you're well on your way to mediocrity. That just sounds so rude.
My
doesn't
only
it?
goal in life, Tom.
My goal in life is mediocrity. Slightly above mediocrity. 51% is all I need.
That's right. That's right.
Just like some religions out there, one particular. All right, nicknames. What was snowboarder Shaun White's nickname? Well, I think it's probably still his nickname. What is snowboarder Shaun White's nickname? I'm going to help you out here. The Flying what?
The Flying Tomato.
The Flying Tomato. Oh, wow. Look at that. You were ready and waiting with that, weren't you?
The Flying Tomato. I don't
Very
believe
good.
he's competing at this Olympics, though. I think he's done.
Probably not. But he's not dead, so.
No, but I thought his last Olympics was his last Olympics.
All right. Jeff Bezos, his most recent wedding took place in what country?
Oh, he might have been on some tropical island somewhere, but first, I'm just going to say the U.S. I think this is a trick question. I think it's just in the U.S.
Italy.
It was in Italy. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure Lauren, how old was her name? Laura or Lauren? Whatever. I think she's Italian, so I think that's why.
Okay. 3 up and 3
I
down.
forgot her name. Laura something. Lauren. Whatever. Doesn't matter. All right. Finally. There you go. You are hovering on mediocrity. Either way, you're going to be mediocre today. I'm sorry. It sounds so mean.
I would
Question
expect
number
nothing
7.
less.
It is Packer trivia. You're
All right,
probably
come
going to know
on.
this.
Bart Starr.
How many crap, you got it. How many times have the Packers and the Bears played in the playoffs? Not counting today.
Not counting today.
Ding,
2.
ding, ding. Yes.
2.
Now give me the
2.
years and the scores.
1913. No, not 1913.
Yeah,
It was-
1913.
that's too soon. It was way a long time ago, though. It was like wasn't it the 1950s?
It was the year World War II began.
Oh, 1930 something?
No, 1941.
40.
When we got in. I'm sorry. That was, when we got in, 1941.
And then
The
just a few
Bears
years
won
ago.
31 to 10.
2015, 2014?
Technically, it was the 2016 season.
And
And the 2017 is when the game took place.
so that was Rodgers versus Cutler.
Yep. BJ
And
Raji with his interception.
That was
Packers
an
up 21 to
epic
0.
game. That was an epic game.
Yeah.
Cutler got injured. I remember
Yep.
him riding the stationary bike on the sideline with the big coat on, trying to get his legs warmed up and get back in there.
Yep.
I don't remember. Did he come back in?
No, he never did. The replacement was Caleb Haney. And then there was a third guy that came in late in the fourth quarter, and I forgot his name.
Caleb Haney. I do remember Caleb Haney. I don't remember the other guy.
He comes in, and somebody actually said, if we'd had Caleb Haney the whole game, we'd have won. Really? Really? Is that what
Cutler
you're
was
going with?
good. Cutler was good.
Cutler was good, but he was a buttwad. I mean, he really was. A lot of people didn't like him. Now, I'm not talking just fans.
Yeah.
I'm talking players. A lot of the players didn't like him because he was such a tool.
Yeah,
And I think they just didn't want to go on the carpet for him. It's something innate. It is something deep inside where you can't get motivated to help or to, this particular person.
And that's what's the problem with Philadelphia this year. They're not behind their guys. They're not fighting for each other. They're a good team. They got some of maybe the best talent of all the teams, but they're just not putting it together because they're not cohesive.
Yeah, they're not. I think Nick Sirianni is going to be gone. I think this coaching carousel, I think a lot of teams are going to wait because I think Nick Sirianni is a good coach. He's a good football guy, but I think he's a lousy head coach because he can't get the players on the same page. He's arguing with fans. He's arguing with players. Arguing with other coaches, arguing in the media. I think Nick Sirianni just needs to shut his mouth and, but anyway.
It's amazing that he's done some really dumb stuff. So
Green Bay, Chicago, part 3 today.
Green Bay, Chicago, part 3. They've won at their own places this year, and this one is in Chicago. But all of the lines, all of the experts are saying Packers by 2.
It was 1.5, and then I think it went up to 2.5. Maybe it's 2 now. I don't know. But either way, it doesn't matter. When you're at home, you always get a point or 2 or 3. So it's a pick 'em.
Yeah,
it's a pick 'em game. The only reason you get the extra points on the spread is because you have your home crowd, you have your surroundings, you have everything. There will be a ton of Packer fans there. There will be a ton of Packer fans there.
well, it should be. We'll see how it goes, but it's going to be. I know people are selling their tickets. The weather's not going to be that bad. I mean, it might be a little snowy and wet today, but it's not going to be blustery cold, terribly cold, and blustery, yes, but not like bitter cold.
Yeah.
So,
well, it might be a little wet, in which definitely, if it's going to be a little bit wet, a little bit rainy, a little bit snowy, slushy, whatever, it definitely bodes well for the run game. And whose run game is better? Well, a healthy Josh Jacobs. He's one of the top 3 running backs in the NFL. You could talk about DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai, but we got our Kyle Monangai. His name is Emmanuel Wilson, and we've got Chris Brooks. So we got a 1-2 punch behind Josh Jacobs. I like our run game better. So, by the way, I saw in the scroll, Jim Thomas said good morning. I don't know if that's the same Jim Thomas. That may be my nephew. I think it is. Hi, Jim.
DJ
love you,
Jim.
buddy. Yep, DJ Jim. I love you, buddy. He's an awesome dude. He really is. He's such a good.
I had a chance to meet
good
him
kid.
at the
He's not a
December
kid. He's a
In-Crowd
grown
event.
man, but he's
was
still
the
a kid
DJ
to me.
He was a DJ at our December In-Crowd event, so
Right.
that was a nice surprise
Yeah.
to meet him. And
I
find out when I
wanted
connect.
to be there, but your in-crowd event was Wednesday that day.
That was the only Wednesday event of the year that we do. Is the
I know.
first Wednesday of December.
Yeah, and I know, and I can't make that because I can't make a Wednesday event because I'm up at Louis. But anyway, so yeah, that's I really think if you go on paper, just on paper, you got on paper and you got the eye test. Let's do on paper first, real quick here. Offensive line, Green Bay, Chicago. If Zach Tom is back, which he will be, if he doesn't get injured, if he plays the full game, edge goes to Green Bay. Not by a lot, but edge goes to Green Bay without question. Because right now that line is really, really good. You look at how many sacks Jordan Love has taken this year. It's not a lot. When they have, it was early on, it was not a lot. I don't know what the number is. I just know that it wasn't a lot. It was one of the least sacked quarterbacks all year long until the line started having to be shuffled around. Caleb Williams is one of the least quarterbacks sacked based on his scrambling ability. He scrambles out of, I don't understand. He's like Indiana Jones. The guy is incredible how he gets out of so many scrapes. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, but offensive line, if Zach Tom is healthy and playing the whole game, the edge goes to the offensive line. Running game, slight edge to the Packers. Passing game, I'm sorry, Jordan Love is a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. He doesn't have the scrambling ability, but he doesn't need it because he's spot on. I've seen Caleb Williams. We were thinking about sending Caleb Williams over to Iran because he can overthrow anybody. So figure he'll overthrow the regime over there.
What is it about him that the fourth quarter just turns him accurate, though?
Because he's settled down.
Yeah.
He has settled down. The first 3 quarters, he's all hyped up. He's overthrowing. He's this, he's that. I think by the fourth quarter, his confidence level is up. I think opposing defenses are starting to get tired. I think they're a step slower, and he's got fast receivers. So watch out for the fourth quarter. But I do think that Jordan Love's a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. It may not end up that way. 5 years from now. Caleb Williams may have won a Super Bowl or two. Jordan Love may have fizzled out of the league. Who knows? But at this point, as we speak, I believe Jordan Love is a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. I would rather have Jordan Love than Caleb Williams. Receivers, the Packers receiving core, if they're not dropping passes, they have a healthy receiving core for the first time all year, minus Tucker Kraft. And that's a big, big minus. That's a big minus. Tucker Kraft was about 30% of your offense in terms of yards after catch, in terms of receptions, in terms of blocking, in terms of what he brought to the table. Big part of your offense. So without Tucker Kraft, but we haven't had Tucker Kraft since like week 7, week 8, week 6. I don't know, something like that. Basically half the year. So we're good. We're good with that. Luke Musgrave is a good downfield catcher, pass receiver. Very good downfield. So I'm not worried about that. So I think we got a better receiving core. But if both teams are playing their A game, it's an absolute toss-up. I may even give the Bears a slight advantage. A very slight advantage.
The home field
not because of home field, just because of play, because of desire, because of escapability So, but if both teams are playing at top of their game, it's going to be very, very difficult for the Packers to win or for the Bears to win. I mean, it's going to be such a close game. So then we go over to the defensive side. Let's just do special teams first. Bears, hands down. Period. Yeah. End of discussion. Bears, hands down. We got a better kicking game, but our punting game is about the same. Torrey Taylor out of Iowa is so good.
He's amazing.
He is so good. He can put the ball in the 5-yard line just like that. He can kick a 65-yard punt like nobody's business. But so can Darren Waller? Well, not Darren Waller. Well,
Daniel.
Daniel Whalen. Daniel Whalen. I was thinking Darren Waller. He's a tight end used to be the Raiders. Now he's at Miami, I think, or whoever. Anyway, Daniel Whalen. He is also very good. I think those are the two best punters in the league going at it today. Will they even get a chance to punt? I don't know. Probably. Special teams, though, overall goes to the Bears. Period. Hands down. No one's going to argue that one.
Wasn't one of the stats this season that the Packers, the first team to lose 3 games in which they didn't have to punt?
Yep.
Crazy.
And that's really sad. That's really sad. And when you go 1 for 9 in the red zone in 2 games versus the Bears, 2 for 9. Because they were 2 for 4 and 0 for 5 in both of the games. But there was a stretch in 2 games where they were 1 for 9. And I believe it was the Denver game followed by the Bear game. They were 0 for 5 in the Bear game, 1 for 4 in the Denver game. So they really, really, really. Now, a lot of that was without. Some of that was.
Part of the reason is they're trying longer field goals these days. That's part of the reason for that, slightly. But
okay, but if you're in the red zone, you're not kicking a long field goal unless you've had a sack.
You're trying to force
something crazy.
You're pushing it on 4th down, and they were not.
Right. And that's what they've been trying to do. And going up against the Bears defense in any situation is pretty good. They're a solid football team. They're not a great football team. They're a solid, good, well-coached football team. So as far as, let's do coaching now. Coaching. For motivational purposes, hands down, it's the Bears. I'm not a big Ben Johnson fan. I think he's kind of a jerk. I really do. I've seen a lot of Ben Johnson in the last few months or so, just this past year, where he starts out the press conference, well, I kind of enjoy beating Matt LaFleur twice a year. Really? Well, let's see how that works out for you, because one of you two coaches is going to beat the other twice this year. So we'll see how that works. We'll see how running your mouth works. And like I said, I could be eating my words next week. And if that's the case, I fully expect tweets, and not tweets, but you know what I mean, in the column here for all you Bear fans. If you want to give me crap, go right ahead. I don't care. I can handle it. I don't play for the team. I don't own the team. I don't coach the team. I'm a fan. So I have zero say-so in any of the decisions or anything. So it's not going to bother me. I'm still going to wear my Packer shirt proud. I will always wear my Packer gear proudly. And my background is all Packers and Snoopy and a few other things. NIU, whatever. Things I love. So special teams, definitely. Coaching, yes. But I think position coaches, um, I think the defensive coordinator, obviously for Green Bay, Jeff Hafley is one of the top 2 or 3 in the league. He might even be the best. I don't know. Although you've got 2 or 3 defenses out there that are probably as good, if not better, than Green Bay's, and that's Seattle and Houston. Philly's got a really good defense. Vic
Cleveland had a
Fangio
great
is
defense, as bad as the
phenomenal.
Seahawks had.
So I will say this: Jeff Hafley is top 5. Jeff Hafley is top 5. I can't say that for Dennis Allen for the Bears. They are like 29th ranked against the pass. They were high, very high against the run. And when I say very high, I don't mean high like 1 or 2 against the run. I'm talking highly, like 27th or 25th or whatever against the run. They do not have a great defense. They've got a decent defense. They run to the ball.
And they've been
They
taking the ball
are-
away like crazy.
They have been.
Takeaways are nuts.
They have been, but what do I say about that? If you rely on takeaways for your defense to win ball games, isn't that kind of like waiting for your lottery numbers to hit this weekend so you can pay your mortgage?
They've been
That's
hitting
what I-
all
that's what I-
season, so it won them. It won them the 2nd seed in the NFC. So there is that.
All right, so I'm going to give you a stat that will absolutely blow your mind away. Okay, so since the Super Bowl era, 60 years ago, the team that had the highest point differential, in other words, we scored 500 points and we gave up 350. There's a 150 point differential.
Right.
We're only talking about one team. The team that has had the highest, not point differential, I'm sorry, turnover differential. They're both correlated. The highest turnover ratio. The Bears have had, I want to say 29-7. I think they're at plus 22, a plus 21, something like that.
They're
The
up to
team,
30-something turnovers this year.
something like that. Something like that. The team that has had the most point turnover ratio, highest turnover ratio, it's the Bears this year by far. I mean, by a long shot, like by 10. The team that has had the highest turnover ratio for the last 60 years has averaged 147 point differential. 147. Do you know how much the Bears have had this year point differential?
Half that.
26 points.
Oh, wow. That's
26 points. If you're looking at that stat, you're like, okay.
That
so
is
basically, you're not converting turnovers into touchdowns, maybe into field goals, maybe into punts. Maybe you're switching the field up.
It's
Who
keeping
knows?
games close, and they're winning.
It's
They
keeping
were
games
winning.
close. And this is why they've been winning on a wing and a prayer. This is why they've been scratching off lottery tickets for a win. That's basically what's happening here. So if you put a lot of stock in the Bears and that defense because we've got so many turnovers, don't do it. Don't do it because turnovers are great, but you have to have 3 turnovers a game because when they've had 2 or fewer, I forgot what the record was. In those 6 games they've won, they've had 3 or more. So I think that's what the stat was. Again, my brain's a little foggy this morning. Those are unnecessary stats. You could check them out yourself. That's not what I was going for. The one I was going for was the one I just told you about. They've had the most turnover as far as turnover ratio, turnovers to takeaways to giveaways, plus 22, plus 21, something like that, and plus 26 for points for, points against. And that's unheard of. The last 60 years, the average is 147. In other words, the best team in the league, usually the best team in the league is the one with the best turnover ratio. In this case, they're the number 2 seed, but they could have easily been. Had Green Bay beaten Chicago and then won one more game, they would be the number 2 seed.
That'd have been flip-flopped. That'd have been interesting.
Yeah. And I don't know what the Packers turnover ratio is this year. It's not good. It's plus, but it's not that good. I think we've had about 10 turnovers and probably given the ball away 8 times, if I had to guess.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Haven't looked at that one. Well, the other big news in the NFL this week is obviously all the coaches that have been let go. And the biggest probably surprise of them all was John Harbaugh out at Baltimore, which I don't know if you saw the picture floating around because you're not much of a social media guy, but there was a picture that showed the uprights at the end of that game, and the uprights said inside the uprights Tomlin gets fired, outside the uprights Harbaugh gets fired. That one kick was probably going to determine which team fired their coach at the end of that game. And it probably was pretty close to being right. I don't know that they would have let Tomlin go. We won't know now. But it was possible. It was very possible. And the Ravens said, thanks for 18 years, John Harbaugh. We're gonna go in a different direction now. So how about that? That's kind of a wild.
Yeah. That is crazy. That's very prophetic too.
Well,
all right. So
you looking up the point differentials?
I am. Not point differentials. I'm looking up. They were Packers had 16 takeaways, 8 giveaways, which is +8.
So that's.
I said it was less than that. I thought it was +2, but I was correct on the giveaways. I thought we had 10 takeaways. We've had 16. So 16 and 8. So that's even better. So a +8, I can handle that. +8. I'd like it to be a +22.
Yeah. I just want it to be a +1 or 2 at the end of this game tonight. That's all that matters tonight, right? If we can get one more turnover, if the Packers can get one more turnover than the Bears, you got to believe they're going to win the game. But who knows?
The 2025 NFL season, the Chicago Bears finished with a strong +22 differential. So 17 takeaways, dominant +22. 17, yeah, I don't know.
I thought they hit 30 or 31 for total takeaways for theirs.
It might have been, but it's a +22. I was just kind of reading. It might have been like by the halfway point they had 17 or something. So right. I saw 17 takeaways, but it was a +22 because they've probably given it up about 6 or 8 times. So that's pretty good for a 17-game season to have +22. I mean, you're averaging 1 and 1.25, I guess.
Hey, guess what?
1 1/3.
We got our guy from Lucha.
Oh yeah,
we got our guy from Lucha. If we can hear him, let's see if we can hear him. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning. It only takes me an extra hour to get here. I am so sorry.
Lucha Cantina in the house. Woohoo!
Better late than never, I guess. I am so sorry.
I hope you're doing well. How you doing today?
Doing well. Looking forward to an exciting Saturday. It's been a good week so far.
Yeah. Are you doing big things for the big game tonight at Lucha Cantina?
You know, tonight's one of those nights where it might as well be a snowstorm because, you know, back in the day, you rewind 15, 20 years, people used to go out to bars and the restaurants to watch games like this. But now you've got a bigger, better TV in your house than the restaurants have, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you can pause the game, go to the bathroom, and come right back, which you can't do when you're out and about. So we're expecting tonight to be a little bit on the slower side, but we will do a ton of to-go business tonight. So that's good news.
I bet your to-go is going to be crazy busy. Is there different prices for people coming picking up their stuff or for you guys delivering it, or will you use the Uber Eats, or what do you guys do for delivery?
So we have a couple ways for delivery. First, people can order through the Uber Eats and Grubhub, which are out there. Honestly, we prefer they don't because it's more expensive for the customer and it's more expensive for us.
Yeah.
If you go to our website at luchacantina.com, you can order to go there for pickup or for a delivery service. We partner with Uber Eats to take the deliveries out for us. So I think it's like a $3 delivery fee for people within 5 miles of the restaurant, whereas charges are much higher with other people delivering it for us. Then you're also paying our prices, and the money comes back to the local business versus going out to Uber Eats in San Francisco.
Yeah. Much better to just call Lucha directly. Get it squared away that way.
Give us a call, or if you don't want to talk to people, we understand that people don't want to always talk to people. Our website's very user-friendly for ordering. So
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to our In-Crowd 815 networking events at your place at the end of the month. Last Thursday falls on January 29th this month. And I know you've hosted other networking groups and stuff before. And you got a great place to do this sort of thing, because you not only have, you got the restaurant area, you got like a private room area, and you got the bar area. So it kind of fits whatever group needs that you have, unless it's a really, really, really big group.
Yeah, we can see our bar area holds a party up to about 60 people. Our front room in the mid 40s. Then we have a boardroom basically for our agave room that seats up to 20. If it's 20, you need to be 20 people you really like because you are kind of squeezing them in there. But pretty comfortable at 16 to 18 in there. But yeah, for the event on that Thursday night, it's going to be fantastic. You know, our bar area has doors that close off, so people are kind of in the same space. There's a nice energy in there, and you get 20, 30, 40 people in there coming in to hang out and have a good time and really talk to each other and network. We're also set up for when, I mean, at the events I've seen you do, where you've got something to say. We've got a microphone that covers the whole room. We've got staging. We've got the TVs if you need to give a presentation. So for this event, it's going to be great. And for if anybody needs a big space for events, we have that as well.
Awesome. Well, there's no tickets for this event. It's an absolutely free to attend event, as all of our networking group events basically
We're gonna have
are.
some good food there too that night.
You're what?
We're going to have some good food that night as well.
Gonna sample some stuff.
Absolutely.
Is there anything new that you're trying out on people this year that you're kind of looking forward to getting people's opinions on? Is there anything kind of new on the menu that hasn't been there since, or maybe brought back or something like that?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. We actually rolled some new stuff yesterday.
Okay.
But the stuff that we rolled was stuff that had worked really well for us in the past. So it's not exactly new things. We kind of change our menu up every few months, taking some things out and bringing some old things back in. But we'll see if we can spice it up with something interesting and new that night. We can pull something off.
Okay. It's nice to have seasonal things, you know.
Absolutely.
Nice to have specialty things pop up every once in a while.
What does Lucha Cantina actually mean?
Well, that's a pretty funny story. So lucha, I mean, the word means fight, and cantina would be kitchen. So it's a fight.
Just like Thanksgiving at family time. Yeah.
We were originally, the first Lucha Cantina was actually out in Colorado. A friend of mine, we used to both work for Old Chicago. A friend of mine opened one out in Colorado. And he really liked the way that word looked, and he was the first person to do it. So that's kind of what stuck. If I were to rename it today, it might not be the same, but there's no way we're changing either. We've been here for 13 years now. Yeah, there was a time when there were 6 total Lucha Cantinas between the one here in Rockford and the ones out in the Denver metro market. Those have all gone by the wayside. He's not in the restaurant business anymore. So it's just me out here in Rockford doing our thing.
Well,
Good stuff. I was telling Greg in our pregame show, we do our pregame warm-ups, asking questions and lifting weights and all that. I said, I've been to Lucha a couple of times. I love it. I love it. I love it. First of all, the atmosphere is wonderful. And I love that. There's something about being upstairs in a restaurant. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just kind of interesting. It's kind of cool. You know, the food is great. The prices are good. The service is good. Everything is good. Everything. I love it. So you get 5 stars from me. I don't know what that means really, but you know.
That means that I have one customer at least that loves me, so I'll take it.
Absolutely. Well, my daughter was the one. Her and her husband used to go there all the time, and she said, "Dad, let's all go to Lucha Cantina." And at the time, I'd never heard of it. I'd heard of it. I'd never been there. And I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. And I believe, if my memory serves me correct, are you the guys that have the mashup dishes, like the macaroni and cheese with chocolate pudding or whatever? No.
Not to that extent, but we have things
it's not that. I'm kidding, but
like that on it. Yes, we've had some different mac and cheese versions on the menu over the years. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one thing I remember.
Because the restaurant that was in this location before we were here was actually called Mashup back there.
No, okay. And I may be thinking of that too.
Yeah.
I may be thinking of that. But yes, Mashup. I remember that now. But I have been to Lucha. I've been there as well because I've been there more than one time. So,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Mashup was here after TTB's left and before we came in.
Well, you can't help me with trivia this week because we already did the trivia. But before we let you go, we can do this. Our current race to 10 between me and Tom. Tom's in the lead by a score of 7-5. And our big number of the week this week is 4,000. So we always ask people to put in the comments what their guess is. Does 4,000 have something to do with a story about furry or a story about furnace? And Tom has given me his answer. What would be your guess? What would be your guess, Josh? Furry or furnace as it relates to the number 4,000?
I'm going to go with furnace, thinking of some sort of BTU tie in there.
Okay. All right. Well, that's exactly what Tom went with too. So let me see.
Sort of. Can you read what I wrote?
Yeah, he's still going with the inside joke. He went with Vernus because I used V for a W for a guess weeks and weeks ago, a lifetime ago. Tom just won't let it go.
Here.
It wasn't that long ago. The American Kennel Club has officially recognized new dog breeds. Are you a dog or a cat person, or do you not even really?
Oh, I'm a dog person. I've got two little guys at home. One is named Kevin. One is named Roger.
Kevin and Roger. Well, there are three.
I got a dog named Bob. No, I'm kidding.
There's 3 new dog breeds that the American Kennel Club is officially recognizing this year. One is called the Russian Tsvetnaya Blanca. The other is called the Basset Fauve de Bretagne. I might have even said those right. And the other is a Teddy Roosevelt Terrier.
And that's a good looking dog. I saw that on TikTok yesterday, little terrier.
There you go.
That first one won an Olympic gold medal, I think, in the 2000 Olympics.
Shot put, maybe.
Ice dance.
Yeah, maybe.
So they're official breeds now. The organization's criteria includes breed standards and generations of pedigrees. My requirements, basically, can it be petted? You're both getting the point here today. Tom gets a point. Space Forge is launching a manufacturing furnace into space. And this furnace reaches temperatures hot enough to generate plasma. Space Forge wants to make semiconductor crystals in space. They say it will result in crystals that are 4,000 times purer than those we can make on Earth. And if you're following along with a lot of this AI talk and tech talk, SpaceX might go public here in the spring. One of the things that Elon Musk is doing, his satellites are being solar powered. And when you're above the Earth's atmosphere, you can keep your satellites in the sunshine 24/7.
Yeah.
Constantly powered up. So apparently his AI machines are going to be powered by these satellites, which will constantly have power. And that might be a step up in this whole AI database race that's going on right now. So just throwing that out there in case you might want to when SpaceX goes public, you might want to invest in it because
invest $2,000 in one share probably.
I don't know, but this story was pretty cool. Space Forge, it's Forge. Space Forge launched a manufacturing furnace into space, and they're going to make some crazy pure crystals, and it's going to change our technology again. It never stops, guys.
Joshua, before you get out of here, I have a question for you. But right now I have a question for the panel here.
Mm-hmm.
Plasma. It can generate plasma. Am I missing something? Like, I know we got a plasma TV. Is it that kind of a plasma? Or are we talking like the stuff that our body produces, the blood component? And you probably don't know this based on what you're reading there. But that would be very interesting.
It's material for semiconductors.
Okay.
So electronics, communications, infrastructure, computing, transportation, conditions in space, ideal for making semiconductors, which have the atoms they're made of arranged in highly ordered 3D structure. This is way over my head. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe the heat can burn away some sort of impurities that make it appear.
And they're being manufactured in a weightless environment. Apparently, that's what allows these atoms to line up absolutely perfectly. The vacuum of space means the contaminants can't sneak in, which you just mentioned. More pure, more ordered semiconductors, up to 4,000 times more pure in space than we can currently make them here today. So this kind of semiconductor would be in the 5G tower, which you get your mobile phone signal, the EV charger for your car, in the latest planes. What this is going to change, it's going to just when you thought we were revolutionizing things. How about that? So anywho, Josh, thank you again for hosting In Crowd 815 at the end of the month. We'll look forward to seeing you January 29th at Lucha Cantina.
Thank you. It's going to be fun.
Appreciate you're able to still jump on with us today. Thanks for letting me know.
We still have a question.
One more question.
Unanswered question. Bears or Packers tonight?
I knew he was going to do that.
No pressure here.
Did you grow up rooting for either one of the teams, I guess is the question, right?
I've been a Packers fan since day one. So I'm hoping my Packers are going to pull it through. That said, Bears are looking pretty good this year, so we'll see.
There we go.
They are, but I don't know how much you caught of the previous 5 or 10 minutes, but I'll just share one quick stat with you. This might help you. First of all, the Bears defense is not real solid. They're a sieve when it comes to rushing, and Josh Jacobs is going to have a great game tonight. But the Bears are the number 1 team in the league this year. I know Greg's like, come on, dude, we already did this.
Right.
I can tell. Anyway, the Bears are the number 1 team with turnover ratio, plus 22. They've had like 30 something interceptions, fumble recoveries, and given the ball up maybe 7 or 8 times or whatever. But it's a plus 22. Over the past 60 years since the Super Bowl era started, the team with the highest turnover ratio is averaging 147 points. What's that?
The season differential.
Point differential.
Yeah.
The Bears have 26, plus 26 point differential. That means they're not necessarily turning all of those turnovers into points. So that's to me, that's a huge stat. That came from our friends at Google. So it also came from a guy named Peter Bukowski, who does a Packers podcast that I watch literally every day. So
I was going to peek real quick here just to see, because I know the Bears got blown out that one week by the Lions.
52-21.
But did they get blown out by anybody else this season that really hurt their differential? It was just a lot of close games. They just had a lot of close games.
Okay, but again,
fourth quarter.
Yeah, they start playing in the fourth quarter. Basically, defenses start getting tired. So if you can control the ball on the Bears, if you score quickly, you're going to give the Bears offense another chance. Your defense is out there on the field a lot. So don't score too quickly. Have about 5 or 6 drives, even if they result in field goals, you're at least tiring their defense down. And your defense stays off the field.
That's an aspect of NFL football that I think is missed on a lot of average fans. Time of possession and what that means to the other side of the football. If your defense is playing great, that's great. But if your offense is 3 and out, your defense is wearing out. So you've got to
even if you're getting quick strikes, even if you're a quick strike, boom, 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 4 plays, 68 yards, touchdown. Okay, fine. That's all well and good. But now their defense rests for a little bit more. You scored 7 points, but still. Yeah.
A lot of truth to that. All right, Josh. Well, hey, thanks for jumping on with us today. We'll look forward to seeing you on January 29th.
Okay, thank you, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a great
We have already done our big number of the week. We've done everything else, and I think all the business is taken care of. Next week here on the program, Children's Theater Project and Youth Theater Project, Miss Annette and Miss Amy will be joining us, and the executive director of Rockford Barbell, Elliot Gannett's got a good thing going downtown with Rockford Barbell. We're going to talk with him about his not-for-profit and what they are doing for the youth and young people here in the 815 area. So 2 new not-for-profits scheduled to be on the show next week, which will get us up to 106 of our goal of 197. I did not.
And by the time we reach our goal of 197, there'll be 25 more added.
I do know of at least one or 2 new ones that started just in the new year. I didn't write it down, so I don't have it in front of me. I don't know the names of it. I remember the names, but there are new ones that have just recently formed.
So are we going to quit when we hit all of them?
We'll quit when we got to quit. I don't know when that's going to be. I have no idea. No idea.
Come and take us away, right?
Here's hoping, Tom. Here's my big hairy audacious goal for the Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest is to have it someday in the Coronado Theater. That's my big goal for the Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest is that someday we're handing a $10,000 check to the teams winning not-for-profit on the stage at the Coronado Theater. That's what I would love to do. But this thought just occurred to me with your question. Maybe another great goal for this would be at some point when we're ready to retire, this gets handed off to somebody, and In Crowd 815 as a podcast continues as a weekly thing, and somebody else runs with this ball when we're done. That would be really cool to someday somebody's watching episode 1000 of the In Crowd 815 podcast.
You got us dying off in about 700 weeks here.
700 more episodes. Maybe we'll be done by then. I have no idea. Right.
Wow.
We'll see. I haven't planned it out that far. That's for darn sure.
That's about 7 years, right? No, it'd be 14 years.
50, roughly 50, 52 a year.
Yeah, it'd be, yeah, we miss one here, one there. So if you figure 50, so 700, that's 14 years. Well, seven times 7 is, how did I figure that?
I don't know. 1,000 divided by 52 is 19.2. So any chance we're still doing this for 19 total years? Having started in 2020, we just got to get to 2030 or 2040.
2040. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so there's your 15 years, 14 years.
I don't know. I'm not putting it past us. We're stubborn guys.
Yeah.
Obviously we are if we're at episode number 301 today.
Basically, my math is this: 100 episodes is 2 years. So,
You got it.
yeah. So 300 is, or what did you say? 1,000. So
1,000 episodes is 19 years.
yeah.
Let's see. What does this say? Oh, there we go. Josh just sent me information about our events on January 29th. Thank you again, Josh. Appreciate you, buddy. Next week, Rockford Barbell and the Children's Theater Project of Rockford. Remember, friends, before I say this, Tom's going to want to predict the score tonight.
You read my mind, buddy. What's your prediction for tonight?
I'll
give you mine. 31-20 Packers.
31
Here's why.
20.
The Bears defense is going to get exposed tonight. I think the offensive line is going to be very good. So we're going to score 30 plus points. I'm thinking 31, 4 touchdowns and a field goal. And I think the Bears are going to be lucky to kick a few field goals and they're going to get a touchdown late, probably a touchdown early when the excitement is going. So I think it's going to be a touchdown, field goal, touchdown.
I like your prediction. I really like your prediction.
Yeah.
I'm going to go though 24-20.
Okay, either way.
I'm going to go 24-20. I'm hoping that means we're up and they're trying to catch up and they can't catch up this time like they did last time. No onside kick. If it is, it's recovered by the good guys. But I wouldn't.
Romeo Dobbs like in the third row.
Wouldn't it be poetic justice this time around if the Packers have the ball last, they're down 2018.
Yes.
Time expired. A touchdown to Dobbs, a bomb to Dobbs to end the game. Just like Cobb was a bear killer. Dobbs turns
Oh my God. Yeah. Brandon Cobb, Romeo Dobbs.
Similar guys.
Well, yeah, okay. Maybe in their style of play, but definitely not as men, as human beings. Romeo Dobbs has a tendency to rub people the wrong way. Randall Cobb was one of the nicest guys on the team. Everybody loved Randall Cobb.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. All right, my friends. Well, remember, you change the world when you help one person. Be a blessing to someone today and every day this week. We'll meet you back here next week for episode 302 of the In Crowd 815 podcast. Buddy, have a great rest of your day and go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.
815 in crowd. 815 in crowd. 815 in crowd. 815. 815.